Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and it is today the next to last day of September. Wow, I always say, where did the month go? It shouldn't surprise me. Time flies, but it is time for me to share with you what I'm reading in the month of October. So it's going to be real simple, and I'm going to go through this as quick as I can because I was about to turn the camera on, and my neighbor had just put in a new driveway, and they're in the process of doing it, and they are about to pour their concrete. So the machine came on to like smooth out the sand, and I was like, oh man. So I went out to ask how long it was going to be. He's like 30 minutes. And I was like, in 30 minutes, I got something else to do. So it's like, well, I got to set the lines, so it'll be a few minutes before I have to turn it back on. I'm like, okay, I'm going to run in and get my video done then. And then I'll let him know when I'm done so he can go back to running the machine. Anyway, super nice of him to let me have a few minutes here because it's really going to be very simple. I have a few things I'm carrying over into October, mainly my devotional books. I have been reading since the beginning of September this 2022 Journey magazine. This was the month that they started putting 3 months in one book. And I ran across this at a thrift store when I was on my trip earlier this year, and I was excited to get it because I had not read any of the newer magazines since they started this format. So I got the very first one. So yay. I've also been reading the Daniel Plan devotional. I have it tabbed up because I wanted to mark some of my favorites. And I've been rereading the Daniel Plan book because of my group that I started at our church a couple months ago. So I've been rereading this. I'm almost done, but I've just been kind of pacing and rereading it slowly as we get to those sessions in our group, and we are just doing it very slowly, like every other week we do a new session. So that's been very slow, but I'm really getting a lot of good inspiration and motivation from it. Then I have one other book that I'm going to have to carry over from September into October. This is Chain Linked by Liz Boger. I mentioned this the last couple of months in my TBR. This has been one of the books that I have been wanting to read in print. I finally did start it, but I also started a Gladys Tabor kind of late in the month, and it's a library book. And so in the end, I just decided to kind of plow through the Gladys Tabor, even though I didn't want to read her books, any of them, fast. I wanted to savor them, but because it's a library book, I thought I'm just going to finish the Gladys Tabor and let this one go until October. So I have this one and another book by an author I know. This is The Awakening by Jack Castle. It's from the new Stranger World spinoff series. I will get both of these read in October. These are my highest priority print books, along with continuing to just kind of for fun participate on my Kindle with the little Kindle reading challenges that they do. I didn't even realize that they did one every season. They have been for the last couple of years. So I got involved in reading every day on my Kindle, even if it's just a few pages. So I am reading 2 different series by Hope Callahan. I started with the Cruise Ship Mysteries, and I got up to number 6, realized that number 6 had some characters from the Garden Girl series. So in September, I have read the first 3 Garden Girls books. I actually have a couple of chapters left to finish up these last couple of days of the month. And then I will probably go ahead and finish the box set that I am doing, which includes books 4, 5, and 6 in the Garden Girl series and book 6 in the Cruise Ship Mysteries. So 2 of those I will read during October. And hopefully by this point I have shown you all of the photos of those covers, because since this is a box set, I don't have the cover art for all of those. And then I will read another Star Wars book. The next one that I need to read to finish the books published in the 1980s is the first one in the Lando Calrissian adventures. I have all 3 of them in this bind up. But yeah, the first one is Lando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Sharu. So that one will be the one that I read in October. And then I will read another Gladys Tabor book. I don't have the physical copy in my hand yet. I've been reading through the Still Meadow series. I skipped number 1 because that is a little out of my reach right now. They're very rare and hard to get. So I started with book 2, and I'm reading book 4 right now. So book 5, I have ordered on eBay, and it has not made it yet, but it is the Still Meadow Day book. But I also was at a library this past weekend, and they had 2 Gladys Taber books on their shelf, and I went ahead and just checked them both out. One of them is a Still Meadow book from farther in the series, so I'm not going to read it right now. I just thought, you know, if things don't get checked out periodically, they get weeded out, and I don't want these to get weeded out, and I just went ahead and checked them both out. But the other one that I did pick up is called Another Path, and it's very short. I believe this is a book that she wrote when she was grieving the death of her best friend. So I did kind of open it up and just sort of see what it was about. If I can get to it this month, I will, but if I can't, it's fine. I just wanted to, like I said, check them out so that they, you know, stay in circulation. And then my only other print reading project would be to get back into reading some Newbery winners. I sort of took a break from it until I could get that video done that I have posted recently on the Newbery winners of the 30s. And so now I have a few left from the 20s I need to read, but also some of the very newest books. So I decided that the next few I read will be the ones that I have not read from the 2010s. And I checked a couple of them out from the library. This one was somewhere in the middle of the 2010s, like 2013 or 14, Flora and Ulysses by Kate DiCamillo. Now, I have read this before, but I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember really enjoying it. It's not long, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to check that one out again. This one, I think, was the winner from 2019, and I have not ever read it. It's Mercy Suarez, Changes Gears by Meg Medina. But my biggest project to finish in the month of October is my 60 by 60 project. Now, I did fantastic in August, but in September, not so great. I didn't even get through 10 of them in September. And now I need to listen to 31 of these books to get this done by my birthday on November 1st. So I have the boxes here. I'm not going to go through each of them one at a time because I did that in my initial video. I'll just show you both of the boxes. And this is one of them. Now, I don't have to listen to every single book in these boxes. I just need to listen to 31 of them, which is the majority of them. But I don't have to get to every single one of them because I did pick out, I think, about 65 that I could choose my 60 from. So, yeah, that is my big project for October. It's doable. I did listen to 37 audiobooks in August, but several of those were very short. They were maybe 200 pages in print, so that made the audiobooks go a lot faster. And I don't have very many left that are that short, but I'm just going to keep my nose to the grindstone or my ear to the earbud and see how many I can get done in the month of October. So that's about it. I'm not planning to participate in any of the spooky readathons or anything like that unless something catches my fancy between now and when the month is done. But this is enough for now. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.